Right now I'm going to take my darkest color again, and I'm going to go out from my pupil. And again, I'm going out like the hands of a clock. And I'm not covering up all of my white. That white keeps that nice glow. Now if your eyes are hazel, maybe you're changing colors from blue to green, and that's fine, or from brown to green. And then what I do is I'm going to take my medium color, and I'm going to do the same thing, just adding depth of color. And I'm just adding it in light layers because I don't want to cover up that glow that I've created with the white. You should still have your reflective light here. If I go back over it with white, I can still get that shine in there. And again, all of my strokes I'm using and pointing towards my center. And I'm just getting all those layers until I get that look that I'm going for. So I'm changing up my colors as needed. I'm going to add a little bit of a white curve to my pupil. And make sure my pencil lead is clean when I go into my reflective light so I don't drag any of that blue. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some white pencil in my reflective light. And then along my eyeball, I'm putting in white. But you need to clean your pencil lead. I just go over here and clean my pencil lead before I move it over, because you don't want to drag the color into your white. So now I colored my eyeball white. I colored my reflective light. I've added some light to my eye. And you just keep adding the colors until you get the look you're looking for. I go over right under my lid. My corner is going to be darker because those lids are coming together. And I curve around that area because it's a sphere. And then I go inside my lid here. Typically the bottom of my eye will have less shadow because this one has the lid going over, and then typically the light source is above. And then sometimes it might be you might have to add a little bit more pressure to get the same kind of color on your eyeball that you've already colored, because you have to get it stacked on top of that other color. And then I go around my sphere, and I'm literally coloring over my eye right here in a shadow. And I will, like right here, I will shade over my reflective light. It'll still appear to be white. It's just not as white because it's in shadow. Some people actually shade with skin color. They can shade with the eye color. You just want to be real careful with black because it gets real dark real fast. So I start small and then let them grow. You can use the brown or the black or a dark color depending on what you have. So I typically go out and I'm building up where my eyelids is, and I'm just bringing it up in a small stroke. And they're typically not regular, meaning your eyelashes have some variation in length. And it appears to be longer here on the crease sometimes. Just depends on who you are. Where they're coming straight towards me, I kind of go straight up, and then it changes directions and goes towards your nose. And I can thicken it up through here, and then I can go back over it and make it a little darker. and then through here it's a little bit darker because that's where you see more. Now this is where the lip of your eye plays an important role. I start there and I bring it forward, and then they can cross over. But typically you have a lot less eyelashes on the bottom of your eye, and they're not nearly as dark. But again, you're going to be drawing from your photo. Some of you may have really darker lines, but that's fine. With my darker skin tone, I'll figure out that little tissue color there. It might have some pink in it. I may have some pink through here. I may have some white. I can go back in and add some white streaks for some glow. Some highlights. And then I would call it a day and say your eyeball is done. And so it looks more realistic from here. Mine there, it's a little uneven. I think I would add a little bit of length here because they're kind of flat. And then I would just play with it. But you can see how that lid is leaving a shadow on your eye, and then you can see it going into your eye. I want you to complete your eye, that